Hello and welcome to my apartment tour. I rent a studio apartment in Vancouver, BC and pay just under $1,000 a month. My apartment is about 300 square feet. My rent might sound expensive, but it's definitely a good deal for where I live. Vancouver is a great city, but the biggest downside to it is housing and rent is incredibly expensive. So I really lucked out with this place and I'm very thankful for it. This is the layout of my apartment. As you can tell, it's a true studio. There's no separate bedroom. It does have a little small room at the end. It's definitely not big enough to fit a bed in there. And that's about all I have to say for an intro. Let's get started with the tour. So the first thing you see when you walk in is the kitchen. I'm going to start off with a little coat rack I have over here. That's just like a coat rack from Home Depot. And then I just got little shelf organizers from IKEA and double stacked them for shoes because that's the only thing I have room for. Over here I just have like keys and dog stuff. And then here's my kitchen, basically all in one shot. This kitchen is nice. They redid everything right before I moved in, so all the countertops and cupboards are new. The only thing is there's not very many cupboards. There's a few drawers, which I have dishes in and that type of thing, and then there's that cupboard, which is for garbage, recycling, all that, and cleaning supplies is in there. And then I have a little apartment stove, which actually isn't that bad because it is gas, but it's quite small. I'm going to be saying small a lot on this tour. I also have over here is my coffee maker, some coffee supplies. Oh, I forgot to remove my fruit fly trap. Then just spices, oils, and then there's glasses and that type of thing. Here I have my plants. This guy is dead, but he still looks okay, so he's just hanging in there. And that's pretty much the whole kitchen tour, at least for the main part. And just hop over here. And this is my little dining area. There's definitely no room for a table in here, but I do have this bar area and I have 2 stools on it. I have a couple more drawers over here, which is just storage and like appliances and that kind of thing. I have the wine rack with a couple plants, and then I have these pictures. 2 bigger ones were my grandma's and I just don't have anywhere to place them. The little one I took off my gallery wall and didn't know where to put it. So I have this little corner over here. I think it looks cute, but there might be something better to do with these pictures. And yeah, that's basically this corner. Otherwise, I just have my dog's little food bowls. I recently got that mat to put them on, and I don't know why I waited so long on that. These little bar stools, I love them. They're from Structube, along with the carpet. They're both pretty cheap. You can see the floor here isn't very good. It just wears away at places. That's one of my least favorite things about this apartment. This is the last bit of my kitchen, just a little corner fridge shoved over here. Because this place is so small and I don't have a lot of storage, I do have like an air fryer and a bunch of food just kind of shoved back there. I also have in here, this little basket is full of food. That's like nail stuff and other things, but definitely have to get creative where you store things when space is this limited. So the next area is the main room, which is my bedroom, and my couch, living room, all that is basically in one room. One change I have made since the last apartment tour is I used to have my office there, but I've kind of shoved it in the little bonus room back there, which I'll get to in a minute. This is my couch. I definitely do need a new couch. I recently realized there's a dent in there. I have a little Homer Simpson butt dent. It's a very old couch and I only sit on one side, so I need a new one, but I haven't found one and it's kind of expensive. This is my gallery wall, which is my favorite part of this apartment. I've done some updates on it since my last apartment tour, and I definitely like it more now. The little struggle plants over here. This one's actually not too bad, but this guy just isn't happy. I've had him for so long and he's suddenly just, he's over it. Although I have neglected them a bit in the summer with vacations and that type of thing. Just have some books down here, some extra blankets that are mostly for decoration at this point. And then I have this mirror, which I got at Value Village a long time ago. And Here I have a print I made for the house I grew up in that my grandparents built, a London tube map. This is my favorite thing. My brother got this for me at the thrift store. I didn't get this commissioned, but it looks exactly like my dog. And then I just have my printer and paper supplies, all that. Bookshelves up here, as well as over here. And then this little area, which was my office space, is now kind of just my get ready. One of my storage tips is to just get big like bins, like that pink thing is full of all my hair stuff, all my extras, everything like that. I don't really have storage in my bathroom. Blue one is just full of weights and like home workout equipment, so I'm really just like filling every space possible. I mostly use this area to do makeup as well as a bedside table. And I've just got some books here and then a couple vases and a duck that were my grandparents. And this light, which I love. It's super nice and really just adds a little, I don't know what. For the bed area, we've got a Vancouver map, which was from the archives. I've just printed out to poster size and I really love the way it looks. It's one of my favorite things in my apartment. The bed. And then we've got the best part about the apartment, which is my dog in his favorite place, which is my bed, though he might argue and say it's his bed. One of the big changes I made is I moved my bed from facing this way to this way, and I don't know why I waited so long to do it because it looks so much better like this in my opinion. I think I was worried about the plants, but I think they've managed to get enough light here, so everything worked out, and I feel like it just makes my apartment just quite a bit more spacious. And yeah, I've got this trunk, which was my mother's. She would use when she moved a lot when she was little. And it's, what do I have in it? I have a fan, I have like an extra duvet, I have a sleeping bag, all sorts of things. This is just filled to the brim with stuff I couldn't fit anywhere else. This is my big cactus, my dog, more plants. This as well was a trunk that was my grandmother's, and it's just full of all sorts of things as well. Basically, all these spaces are just full of all the extra storage things that you don't know where to put them. This is the biggest change I've made in the last year. This used to be kind of a dressing room, but I've made it into a little office just because I spend a lot more time working at home now. And I also run an Etsy shop, so I just needed somewhere to put all my stuff. And yes, it is a bit claustrophobic, but it works for me, and I prefer this to having my computer in my main living space. First thing you have here is just a little set of drawers that was my aunt's. I believe it was from IKEA in like the 80s, and I painted it with chalk paint that I got at Michael's. Used a little label maker that I found someone giving away for free. And then this is just full of pens and that type of thing. For my desk, I've got my monitor. Underneath here is all my stuff for sending Etsy orders. Keyboard, my computer, a mouse pad with my parents' dog on it that my sister made, Cricut with all my extra supplies and stuff. I know that's not the cutest to have all those paper boxes there, but I need them and it works, so that's what we have. Above here is my pegboard. Again, this is mostly just stuff for shipping and making planners and that type of thing, and kind of just a shipping station with some extra vinyl. And above there I have this garland. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not a huge fan of fake flowers, but it really adds something to the room, so I think I'm gonna keep it here. And the biggest change I've done is this wallpaper wall, which I think is so much better and makes the room just look less boring and depressing. Here I've got a self-cutting mat, a button maker, and then a wire binder for the planners I make. Underneath is just kind of like clothes, mostly just like sweatpants and that type of thing. Everything else goes in the closet. In my closet, I've got this sheer curtain over everything, mostly so I don't have to look at the clutter when it gets messy, and for when I have Zoom calls or that type of thing, I don't really want everything I own on display, so I've got this with a little like springy curtain rod. My closet, it's a bit messier than usual just because we're kind of in between summer and fall, so we've got more clothes than usual. And then behind this, it kind of reaches back to a storage area, and I'm not going to show that, but it's basically full of stuff. I've just got all my extra storage in there. My towels in this basket because I don't have any real bathroom storage. My house coat, and then we got a laundry hamper and my little vacuum. So we just hide that all away because we don't need to see that. That's about it. I also got this little door mirror to replace a giant mirror I had in this room before, which was nice, but just not really necessary. This is my bathroom, aka my least favorite room. Yeah, this is the bathroom and it's very small. Luckily it has a really high ceiling, which definitely helps it feel bigger. I could basically lie down on the floor here and touch every side of the wall. I have not tried this out, but I'm assuming it's possible. Bathmat is new and I really like it. I wanted to get some blue towels to match it, but blue, I had gray towels before and I just hated having colored towels, so I just went with white. A lot of people in my last home tour suggested I put stick-on wallpaper on this wall, which is a good idea. When I first moved here, I thought maybe it was an option, but I just want to show how like bad this wall is. Like there's a crack up there. This apartment, I don't know if I said this apartment is really old. It's like 120 years old, so this building is 120 years old. This apartment, I don't know how old. There's also no fan in here, so it gets really wet on the walls, so I don't think it would handle it. Again, we've got this weird light situation. Maybe I could paint it, but then I'd have to paint it again when I left. That guy is just, he's never happy. Some cactuses that I moved in here. This was my aunt's. She had a little collection of Buddhas. These I think I just got when I was in Southeast Asia. Picture here from a thrift store. Some extra toilet paper in the basket. A toilet, which isn't very exciting. Shower curtain, also pretty boring. It's surprisingly hard to find like a stall-sized shower curtain. At least one that's nice. I just got this one because it has some mesh so you can kind of get a little more light in there because otherwise it's pretty dark. A little mirror that's quite tall. I had someone over a few months ago and they said they can't even see in it, which I never thought about because I'm taller, but yeah, it's just a weird little mirror that's placed in there. It is a cupboard, so I have some storage there for my toothbrush and face wash and that type of thing. There I've got hand wash. This sink is like terrible. I have to like contort myself to fit in there to wash my face every morning, but I'm used to it now, it's fine. And then this cupboard is the only storage I have in the bathroom, and it's basically just full of cleaning supplies, extra shampoo, that type of thing, some toilet paper. And that's about it for the little bathroom. And also it for the tour, basically. That is my entire little apartment. And we've got Hank who's already messed up the bed. Any last words? For this video, not for your life. That sounds bad. Nope. Okay.